Hey sis, and welcome back to Coffee and Closings, where we sip slow, think smart, and run our real estate businesses like CEOs, not assistants. So, let's talk about something that a lot of people don't keep it all the way real about, and that's your first few transactions. Because your first 3 deals, listen, they will humble you, they will stretch you, and they will expose everything that you thought you were prepared for. And nobody really tells you that part, Most new agents, they go into their first deal thinking, okay, I passed the exam, I joined a brokerage, and I have my CRM, so I'm ready to go. But your first real file will teach you very quickly that knowing the contract and running the process are two totally different things, okay? So today, I want to walk you through what I wish that every newer agent understood early on. And that's what those first few transactions will actually show you, where most people struggle, and how to protect yourself from unnecessary stress and mistakes. So if you're in your first year or even in your first few deals, grab your coffee and stay tuned.
Baby, you're perfect. Don't let no one tell you otherwise. That's why I can give it the butterflies. Mesmerized, mesmerized by you.
So your first transaction doesn't expose your talent, it exposes your systems. You'll realize very quickly that what you assumed would be simple is actually layered, because you have deadlines, signatures, amendments, lenders, title, appraisal, inspection timelines. And then suddenly you're juggling client expectations, broker requirements, and compliance rules all at the same time. And here's the thing. It's not that you're bad at the job. It's that nobody warns you that your first few deals are actually a crash course in structure, okay? Most new agents, they don't struggle because they're lazy. They struggle because they're trying to build systems while they're actively in motion. And listen, that's a heavy lift. So, another thing that no one really prepares you for in those first few transactions is how fast your time disappears. I mean, you think, oh, I'll just look over one file, and next thing you know, that turns into 3 hours. Or you think, oh, I'll knock that out later. And suddenly it's midnight. And now you're answering messages at dinner, emails in bed, calls in the car. Because in the beginning, everything feels urgent. Everything feels fragile. Everything feels like it could literally fall apart at any moment if you stop touching it for 1 second. And see, that's where burnout tends to sneak in early. Not because you don't love your business, but because your business doesn't yet have boundaries. And without boundaries, everything becomes an emergency. Now, one of the biggest mindset shifts that I wish more new agents had early on is this. You don't get support because you've made it. You get support so you can make it. Support doesn't mean that you're failing. Support means that you're building with intention. Because here's the truth. Trying to learn, sell, manage files, track deadlines, follow up with leads, and handle admin all at once is not a badge of honor. It's a fast track to exhaustion. Look, your first few deals should be teaching you confidence, not teaching you anxiety. And the agents who scale the fastest are usually the ones who learned early on how to build a team and not just a title. So if you're in your first 3 transactions right now, I want you to hear me, okay? You are not behind. You are not messing up. And you're not supposed to have it all figured out yet. But what you can do is decide to build your foundation with intention instead of survival. Because the habits you create in your first few deals become the ceiling or the launch pad for your entire career. So, if this episode spoke to you, drop a comment and tell me, are you in your first 3 transactions right now, or are you looking back at yours? And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss an episode. And make sure you share this with another new agent who might need to hear this today. And sis, if you're trying to figure out what kind of agent you actually are as you grow, check out the description and take my free "What Type of Agent Are You?" personality quiz. In just a few minutes, you'll find out your agent type and get next steps on how to protect your energy, your time, and your business based on how you naturally work. All right, well, if you stuck around to the end, I truly appreciate you. And that's it for today's episode. I will see you guys next Monday, same time, same mug. Bye.